Alright guys, College Uncles in the Shred Shed, here with my boy Growther, giving you guys a little intel on some UNCW stuff, but first, we're going to do our first ever 4 for 4. 4 topics, 4 minutes, real quick, and I'm just going to go back to this open, something that Growther brought up to me. Could you go back to having a flip phone?
Oh, is that the first of the...
First of the 4.
First of the 4. Well, it's not, I mean, in my case, I'm going back to it.
Yeah, you're doing it?
Yeah.
Dude, I've joked about it so many times, and I actually think it's something that'd be funny to go through with, just to see how different things are.
Yeah, I wanted to do it because I was trying to think back to, like, I don't know, I can't remember. I mean, I can remember what life is like before, like, phones, and I just remember, like,
Better.
just raw life, like, raw life.
You weren't worried about seeing other people. You were just kind of like, people that were in your circle was so small. Remember how many people you, like...
Actually talk to?
Yeah. It was, like, 3 or 4 guys. Like, having, like, the hockey team was probably the biggest thing, of a social event that I would have.
Yeah.
And I was used to it for so many years. And, like, for the longest time, I thought it was because I was just young. But really, I could definitely credit it to, like, social media definitely becoming... We're, like, the first generation with social media. Like, growing up with it.
Yeah.
And that shit blows my mind. Like, Facebook was, like... a tiny bit before some of our time, but we all had it. Like, we all ended up getting it. And
on
now
on the computer.
Yeah, you had to log in and talk to your friends on the computer, so it wasn't like constant.
Yeah.
I remember like one time, because I used to use like an iTouch for Snapchat and like all that stuff right when it came out. And
An iTouch?
Yeah.
What's that?
The iTouch, like it looks like an iPhone, but it only worked on Wi-Fi. It was for games, and like it was like a kid's iPhone basically. And I used to have that when everyone got iPhones, and I felt like I just wanted an iPhone so bad. I used to like break my flip phones so I could like have an excuse to get another phone, and I just kept on getting flip phones.
And now you wish.
Now I wish the other. Like,
yeah.
Damn. Just because like even like I did the whole social media like cleanse or whatever for like 10 days, and like
how was that?
Liberating, dude.
Really?
Like I only texted the people I needed to text.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I didn't need anything else. I really like.
Yeah,
like,
it's that simple. I feel like
this might sound weird, but like, I didn't like get. Not that I didn't think about like girls, but like think about how many times you just open up Instagram and it's just like just chicks, even if it's like.
Yeah, dude, just
celebrities or like the world was small. Like I wasn't comparing everything that I was doing to the real world big things.
Yeah,
it's
So it's like you're driving home, like you just see something like super simple, like just fucking like even a decent sunset. You're just but dude, like
you would never see that.
It's just a raw like real life sunset that like. It's just you're driving and you see it for like 5 seconds. You're like, that was. Like,
I live in this. This is my life. Like
that was sick. But then like you go home and you open up your phone and it's like,
oh, look at this girl in Cabo, or look at these guys like, shooting this stuff in like overseas. And you used to only see that if you went and looked for it. It wasn't like thrown into your life.
Yeah, there's too much. It's just too much.
And then just how much these like companies know about you and how they know how to like market their tendencies.
Yeah. So you watch The Social Dilemma?
Big time. That's what like really prompted it. But then like I got Instagram back because like I like to promote stuff from this on here because I have like a good following. And then like say like it was like my birthday the week that I decided to give up social media, and I felt like a dick because people would like Snapchat message me. Yeah. Because that's how I like communicate. I use my Snapchat like text, and that's what it. Snapchat used to not be like that. It was one picture, 10 seconds max, no videos,
and the best friends list. That's caused a lot of controversy.
Well, on the same topic, like Snap Score.
Oh yeah.
Like, at least when it comes to, so I've had Snapchat for a long time, so I kind of get shit on for having a high Snap Score.
What's yours?
Like, I think it's close to 700,000.
Ah, I mean, how long have you had it?
I got Snapchat when I was like 14. 15. So that's like that's like 8-9 years. It's not that bad.
No. No.
But still, if you think about it, it's like $100K a year almost. That doesn't seem bad.
Yeah, but like you wonder, like you go through those phases where like you're sending out mass snaps. So that's like if you do a week of that, that's like I don't know. Well, it also counts for people snapping you and you opening those. So it's like.
Oh, I definitely think I send more snaps than I receive.
Yeah, so like you send one.
There. I'm not tricking anybody.
But still, those ones that they do send back, they count towards the score.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
But 700,000 is like.
Well, if it was a girl, what if it was a girl?
If it was a girl, so right now, I'm snapping a girl and she's got $1 million plus, $1,300,000. And
give us like a three word description on her.
Honor,
not like honor like prestige, but like I'll give her three words.
3 word. I'd say blue eyes, witty, and attractive.
The wit can go both ways because some people use like I don't know how the number works.
It's attractive. It's too like vague though.
All right, let's go. Blue eyes.
Blue eyes, witty.
Sounds pretty good so far.
And infectious laugh, man.
I get you.
Yeah, it's like not like COVID infectious, but like, you know, you might catch it.
It'll catch you.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like a good setup you got going on there.
Yeah, but it's like.
You ever heard of the Crazy Hot Matrix?
No.
Oh my god! All right, I gotta plug that video. But it's like it rates girls bases off their craziness. It's like there's two like axes, so I'm trying to do this towards the camera. So it's like like they'll be like this. So it's like the crazy is like the x-axis, and the hot is the y. And it's like if she's there's like this different areas that he does, like these little segments. So it's like she's like anything like up to a 5 crazy. Or up to a 5 crazy, and then like it goes all the way up to 10, and then it goes all the way up to 10 the other way. But so say if she's like a 5 and 5, she'd be like it's like a brother or like something. I can't remember the word he uses. But then if there's like a 1 crazy or a 2 crazy, and she's a 10 attractive, he calls them unicorns. Like they don't exist. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
But then there's like the 10 and 10 where it's like the hot mess, like very popular, most likely on your social media. And I think someone that would have a high snap score would be like the 10-8 or like a 8.
You
10,
think?
Yeah, but. You can't generalize it. You never know.
I don't know. I won't say.
But then witty though can make the crazy go down.
I don't think she's crazy though, at all.
That's good then.
I think she's like extremely, for like
kids thinking about
20-year-olds, like extremely. Or fucking whatever. Do you need to do that again?
We'll figure it out. But.
But she's so she's super from what I can tell, right?
Yeah.
You only get
Well, how long have you known her?
I don't know. And it's like I feel like I'm talking about her like in a way where it's like I don't know. It's like all I know because I don't really know her.
Yeah, but
I hung out with her like one time.
You gotta dude, I'm the same way. You get that like is there the longevity there? Like is there the longevity? Yeah, I mean, exactly. Well, that's the thing you gotta think about. Like you don't want to just like start going and seeing chicks and being like, all right, like if you think it's gonna be dead, you're not gonna keep going after it. That like dulls the attractiveness, right?
Yeah.
So there's like kind of like this. I think that's like the other thing. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel where you can see the whole thing working out, or you see the potential.
Yeah. Well, it's like so. Here's the other part to it. Is I just. It's been about like, what is it, October?
Yeah.
Like two years since I had a girlfriend for like essentially 5 years. It was like 4 years, 6+ months.
Yeah. Long time.
And so it's like
important years too. Like that's like.
Yeah, it was like all
juniors. Fuck.
Yeah, high school juniors. And a year and a bit into college. And so, I like, especially coming to UNCW, it's like, dude, like, stepping into like it is here, it's like, wow, like.
Can I even do this still? It's like, do I know how to do this?
Yeah, do I know how to do I don't know if I do. I can't do
I feel your pain.
I can't do the, like, just like come up to you and say some shit like
dude, it's awkward.
I don't think those are even my kind of girls because
if they say yes to it, it's like, oh, then who like?
Oh yeah.
Is it that easy for everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I'm the same way. And people think I'm like a pussy for it, but I'm like, dude, like, what's the best thing that can happen? Maybe if I'm like, hey, like, maybe like you can get to know someone that way, but if it's like you're kind of swinging for the fences there, if it's a go, it's a very bad way to start something. Because then it's like, oh, well, if this happened, what else could have happened? Like, almost like the Carfax. So you don't really know, like, especially in college, you don't know where people have come from, you don't know their past and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it's like...
Not that you should judge someone off their past, but usually you get a decent idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's you definitely shouldn't, and you still are aware of it, though.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, once you get that awareness in there, it's kind of... It'll get going, and then you start snowball thinking.
Yeah.
But it's still exciting, though, because I, like, especially this age, the chance of you finding someone you actually, like being around or down to hang out with, your friends like, and you can kind of see potential with, and there's also not these skeletons in the closet. It's like, it's a fun feeling.
Yeah.
And it's weird after you've been...
Rare.
I'm not, like, I didn't have a girlfriend for 5 years, but it was, like, 3, and then...
That's still, like, anything, yeah. I think anything...
But it was coming out of high school, so, like, college I haven't had it, like, a girlfriend, which has been weird. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to limit anything.
Yeah.
And that's, like, that's a fine line, too, but...
Yeah. It's like, I'm, like, extremely, coming from the girlfriend background, like, that's, like, the system that I grew up in was, like, girlfriend.
It's consistency.
Like. And coming into here, it's like, I don't even, like, I need some, like, depth, like, some character, like, some actual, like, some sense of, like, substance, connection to even, like, care at all.
We're old, like, it's, don't get me wrong, like, it's fun to go and just, like, kind of be reckless with it, but at the same time...
It gets boring, dude, it's so fleeting, it's, like...
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Sick, like...
That's where I'm at, dude.
Hooked up with a girl, it's, like, you might as well not even have, because... It's just like
once you're done, you're kind of like, dude, I should have done that. Like,
yeah. And when we're saying this, we don't mean it like don't do it at all. Like,
everyone's got their time to do things.
Yeah.
And
talk about like frequency of this happening. Very, very rare.
Yeah.
That just felt like the way I said it was like.
No, that's fair. It'll Once we keep going on, it'll be understood more.
Yeah.
Kind of like the twist is like I've always wondered like what girls like when it comes to being picked up at the bar, or, like that's such a bad term to use.
Yeah, don't they always say like if you?
But some girls are like, man, like that guy was confident, and girls like confidence. But I think that type of like coming up to a girl at the bar like that, if it's not like a natural kind of like
if you're not naturally like confident, then it's like you're only being confident.
Well, if I'm getting drinks beside somebody, there's a good chance I'll be like, if like we're like eye contact or something, I'm not gonna be like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, like, are you from around here? Da, da, da. Like just icebreaker stuff. And if that goes into something else, you meet them, good, great. That's a nice way to meet people. But I'm not gonna go up to a girl and be like, hey, gorgeous. Like, oh my god, I'd rather fucking swallow my tongue. Like that's
swallow your tongue, swallow a jean jacket.
All right, Tom Cruise, watch out.
I don't.
Well, I see it happen. I see it work with like very good looking girls, but then in
you see it happen to them?
No, I've seen guys go up to girls and with like similar approaches like that I kind of just mentioned, and it pay off somehow.
Pays off, dude.
And when I say pay off, like it ends up being like something where they like, hang out and it ends up being cool. But at the same time, it's just obviously I do want some answers to this, ladies, but I feel like more often than not, you guys would not want to be pursued that way, just because it's like it's the same. It's flip the script. If you as a girl say yes to that, we were like, okay, so the chance of you, like, there's not a bit like a barrier. It's that could be anybody that does that. But as a guy, they could think, oh, well, he's probably went up and hollered at so many girls the same exact way. So that's why I've always been kind of reserved.
Yeah, like, so you're going up.
I'm shooting my shot. This should be a big deal. Like, not that it should mean something. It's like your word. You don't want to say a bunch of things to everybody and not back it up, and then actually go say it. It's like I hope that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like what you're not just doing it to do it. You're doing it because you actually like you're like, dude.
I felt compelled to do this for a reason. Not that I want to go home by myself.
It's
and that's where I feel like the substance originally could be good. And it's a weird time because sometimes I'll actually like. There's times I have gone up to people and just been like, hey, like, could I get you a drink or whatever? Like, just because like sometimes you just gotta take a shot in the dark.
Yeah. And
then I say more often than not, it's just like a bad way to start anything. It's like, oh yeah, he went up and like said something to me at the bar. But if it's like, oh hey, this is my mutual friend. That's usually a lot better of a segue because you can get a read of, okay, if they're friends, that means they get along and they like this person. All right, I'm friends with, like, it's like you get, like, I almost assess it before it happens.
Yeah.
And you get an idea. You're not going in blind.
Yeah, you got a little something.
It's probably more scary for girls, though, just, like, in general.
Dude, I can't even imagine being a girl.
And that's why I feel like your guard's up if a guy comes up to you anyway.
Yeah.
I would have my, if I was a girl, I'd have my guard up.
I feel like that a lot of girls do. I feel like it's rare, and rightly so.
Oh, 100%.
You know, to have...
Well, it takes one bad person to make everyone else look bad.
Yeah, and there's been more than one bad guy, you know.
Well, because there's the reverse stigma where it's like, hey, dude, I went home with that chick. It's like, oh, yeah, did you see her again? No. All right, what the fuck's the point? Like, congrats, man.
Yeah, sick. Like, yeah. And that's such a dude thing.
Yeah.
Such a dude.
I mean...
It's like
I have been that dude. I've done it and be like, yeah, like go.
Yeah, guys. Though being honest though, like who hasn't been that dude?
Looking back, it's like, man, like I thought that, like, dude, I was at a party the other night and I was just like, dude, I used to think this was the shit, and I couldn't have gotten out of there fast enough. I was just like, everybody's drunk, no one can see each other. Like seeing girls and guys, like just like every guy like had his hand like up a girl's ass. I'm like, dude, like this is like this isn't it. Like I'd rather do something. I'd rather go fucking do some like simp shit. Yeah. Something more that actually like breaks the surface, makes things a little bit better.
Yeah, like fucking go on a hike, like just with a girl.
Dude, if you can go on a hike with a girl and enjoy it, that's like, it's easy to go get drinks with anybody and enjoy it. But if you can do some stuff, I mean, obviously like first date hits, go on a hike. Probably wouldn't do that, but like
maybe.
Yeah, it depends where you're hiking.
Yeah, it depends. Like if. Well, I like hiking, so it's like if she likes hiking, I'd be like, let's go. Let's go on a hike.
Dude, I'm weird. I don't know why I've always liked doing this. Dude, getting like groceries with people, I think is fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know why. It's like I feel like it's just like an easy like place to talk, and it's like you can joke around. You can like
just buy like a fuckload of pineapple.
just don't lose eye contact with it. It's like getting pineapple off the shelf.
Like those gallon jugs.
Sorry, this is my weekly supply.
Just super healthy.
I've been doing this since I was 7.
Just like a cart full of broccoli and pineapple, and then just check out.
Well, because I saw this thing on like I think it was Instagram. It was like, ladies, he's not a chef. You're gonna get chicken, rice, and some sort of vegetable that's overcooked. Don't get your hopes up. He's not a chef. He can't cook. He can cook for himself. And I kind of that hit home because that's basically
that hurt me.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that coming.
Yeah, kind of top row.
Because what I just ate was
some variation of that.
No, like tit for tat, chicken, rice, vegetables.
Throw different seeds. Oh, I'm having Mexican. Oh, so you had dirty rice. Oh, no, I actually made hibachi. Oh, so you put yum yum sauce on it.
Yeah,
like, it's the same fucking thing.
Well, I never I guess I don't have those conversations enough where like I'm talking about what I eat. I usually just like it's just the same thing, just different kinds of rice, different kinds of vegetables, and I usually just go straight chicken. Yeah.
What would be some other like cool like date spots, like unorthodox date spots?
Unorthodox date spots. Well, the thing is, going back to being it being hard to be a girl, like you almost have to have like a neutral ground meeting.
Yeah.
You have to meet up at the rendezvous. And she will then determine if you are a serial killer or not. Yeah. Before you go on a hike, 5 miles into the woods.
That could go bad.
Yeah, that's where it's just like, fuck, like...
Well, and they also, like, I feel bad that it has to be this way, but they're like, they'll have a girl ready to be texted, a case, like, oh, hey, sorry, like, my friend's cat died, or, like, her mom's in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, they have, like, the,
Sorry, that last one was a little rough, but, like...
Wait, what was that?
I said, cat died? Cat died, oh, my mom's in the hospital, it's like... Or like the friend that gets called crying. Oh my god, she's so upset. Like her boyfriend dumped her.
I feel like I'd be able to read that like right away. It's just,
well, yeah, but
this have to be such a good.
I'd rather a girl tell me, be like, hey, like, listen, this isn't it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, all right. I won't text you. Sorry.
How would that ever happen though? Like
that it's rude. Like it would be like rude, but I would rather have that happen than get like drawn out. She goes, hey, like sorry, like I'll text her like, hey, like if you want to ever go out again, like get this, and like, oh no, I'm busy. Like oh, I'm at my friends. Like I'm like After a while, I'll get the hint, but it's like okay.
Yeah.
If you were not into it, you could have just been like, hey, like kick rocks.
Yeah. I wonder why though. Like lately, I don't know what is going on. but like I've just like just lost interest in girls. Yeah. I want to get a flip phone. I want to just be a ghost for it's a good amount of time. And
your whole head realigns because you're like, I don't like. Society makes you think you need a girl at all times. Dude, I think that's a thing. Yeah. Because, dude, I have this whole like theory. But yeah, I have this whole like crazy theory that society wants you to have a girl and like have a significant other. Because think about how many. If you're gonna go on a date, you don't want to obviously be cheap. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Everything it's so easy for me to buy something for somebody else, but not do it for myself.
Yeah.
Think about dates. Think about holidays. Like, what is the point of most holidays?
It's just like money.
Money, and then.
I mean, the true core of holidays is not about that.
It's about a break.
Yeah, or it's something like religious, or something like.
It's a break to take attention to something else.
Yeah, but then we were gonna find a way to monetize it and like market towards it. There's just so much that comes into it.
But yeah, so going back to being away from social media, I felt so many less tendencies. Like sometimes, like you'll see like someone that has like a nice post or something, somebody you just didn't think about beforehand, and that's what makes you think about it.
Yeah.
And this unhealthy type of rhythm where it's like I would have never thought about this person unless they got thrown in front of my face. And I feel like there's like obviously algorithms and stuff that throw
certain things.
Yeah. And like I probably follow about equal amount of girls and guys, and I feel like I only see posts of girls.
You could follow 1,000 plus people. You'll only see like 60 of them, like, you know.
And it's always the people I don't really give. I wish it was how it used to be.
Yeah.
Going way back to what we started with, like how it felt to be where it's like you go on Instagram, it's chronological.
Yeah.
You see it like, oh, like all right, I already saw this today.
Yeah.
I've been this far. I'm off.
Yeah.
But now it just refreshes and refreshes and refreshes, and you don't feel like you can keep up, and you almost feel like a bad friend that you're out of the loop with some stuff.
Yeah. See, that's just like the constant like advancement in it, as far as like, okay, you can't refresh anymore. You saw everything for the day. Yeah. But now it's like you refresh, it's gonna dig deeper into something, and you're gonna see a post from like 6 days ago from someone who you don't interact with a lot, but like it's something is gonna be there for you to interact with, because like you just keep refreshing, and it's just always gonna be something, just more time on it, you know?
Yeah. And and again, it goes back to money, because that's why people want you to be on Instagram, so you look at ads, so you get products, and it was hard going ghost, because I only did it for 8 days. I didn't even go completely ghost. Yeah. Like I would like go check on stuff.
What is considered completely ghost?
In this day and age, I say completely ghost is no social media, only being able to get talked to by text.
Only text? Not even call?
Or text and call.
Text and call.
Yeah. Like no, like the only, if you had like an iPhone that only got phones and text, like calls and text. So, and then obviously, honestly, I'm gonna include FaceTimes too, because it's just like
FaceTimes.
I like FaceTimes.
FaceTimes are healthy.
Yeah, just seeing people.
Yeah, that's
something I credit Apple for, because they've obviously stayed out of the whole like application thing. Like they easily could have had things that like were on, like they've adapted things that have been like those cardinal apps for iPhone that are helpful and productive.
Yeah, and
then just let these other like third party people do whatever they want.
Yeah,
and that's where I think it's fucked for people. Like everything comes back to money. Nothing's for people anymore. Nothing's for health. Nothing's for because if it makes money, like sadly, that's gonna make somebody. Money. It's gonna make somebody happy. It's gonna make like
people need money.
It's a greedy type of like it's a greedy world we live in.
Yeah.
That's why I thought something you said earlier was cool, where talking about like finding your purpose, because like obviously I've given this spiel on the podcast about why I did it, how I started it, what I want to do.
Yeah.
Dude, if I wanted to make money, like I wouldn't have started a podcast, forked up all this money for like equipment and like merchandise stuff. Like I just like think the message is cool, and I want to be able to advance it.
It's fun, yeah.
And it feels purposeful.
Yeah.
And if I was doing something that didn't feel purposeful, like it would be a smarter decision to do some other things and do like maybe invest with this money or do something else, which would be more of a good move to the public eye, but it wouldn't have like helped me to my core.
Yeah, like you don't get anything from it.
No, and this is like obviously like there's something that I felt like I had an aptitude for, something I get to go like see people that support me on this are on another level than anybody else, just because this is sort of organically me. Yeah. And something like right when I started doing this, you were one of the first people that reached out, was like we wanted to do exactly this, where you end up seeing people that want to see you, and you know it.
Yeah.
And it's
that's what
it's the most. It's so simple, but it's so rare.
So yeah,
and like that's. And think about back in like when you were like we go back to that flip phone age. We'll call it the flip phone age.
Yeah.
When you're in the flip phone age, even before the flip phone age, the kids I wanted to hang out with, I had to look their phone number up in the directory, call their home phone, and like schedule to hang out. I was like, hey, this is happening. People never flaked back then.
Yeah.
Because
they were like didn't have like seeing 40 things they could like snap maps. You literally like snap maps, dude. You might as well just share your location with like 700 people or like however many people you have on Snapchat.
And people will like be at these events and like at the beach. It's like, oh, take a picture or it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm so bad with that though. Like
it's good you're bad with that.
What did I no like
oh, you do it.
Yeah, what did I want to do? I wanted to take a picture of something today. For isn't that weird? Like I was like, man, I'm gonna take a picture of this, put it on my story so others see this. And that means something.
Oh, is it? Yeah. And you'll almost miss it in yourself. Like I was literally like taking some cutscenes for this, so when I do like the video, I was like looking at the beach and like getting like oh, yeah, people would think this is cool, and I like kind of sat there for a second, put my phone down, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking cool. I'm gonna live in the moment for a second. And like I was sitting on the top deck of my buddy's house, looks over the fucking water. And I was making sure I got a good clip for everyone else to look at, which is important because obviously I do this for other people.
Like the fact that you can take pictures and videos and they are essentially like what's the word? Immortal. Like you can always
memories. It can prompt memories.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're not making memories while you're doing things, and so many people like obviously going into the more vlog side of things, I do have to capture more of my life.
Yeah.
But I want it to be organic stuff where it's not like, hey, like I didn't look good in that, like retake it.
Yeah.
I usually will. That's the point of this whole thing, is to make it not everything else. Make like kind of go back. This is like I want this to be the Flip Phone Age podcast.
Flip Phone Age podcast. Yeah.
Where it's.
People crave that. Why do you think like
so many people want that?
You know how many
like they can't do it. It's just like I
won't say girls because I said it too. Like you wish that you grew up back in like the days where it was just like I don't even know if they had flip phones.
Dude, I think I want to like even go back so farther into my country, like my controversial opinion. That's why I think the divorce rate and shit is so bad. Because people are so living through other lenses that they're like, well, why isn't my lens like this? Yeah. And then it becomes everything else, not what's going on.
Well, that's not even like divorce rate. That's like.
Wait, think about like down the road. It's like, all right, seeing all these other people doing all these other things. Am I happy?
Yeah.
Like, am I happy?
No.
Even like to digress a little bit, relationships and stuff. Like grass is always green on the other side. Like they could like. I remember posting like sometimes like me and my girlfriend would be in a fight, but we'd go to the beach and have to get a picture of. Yeah. He's like, put a picture up, and he's like, not talk for the rest of the day. And everyone would be like, oh my god. So
yeah. And you wonder, you're like, but even then, when you go home and like you're looking at shit, you probably think like, wow, like they're probably actually like having a good time together. Like you're looking at another couple on Instagram. I wonder how many of are similar as far as like the relationship.
What was that girl's name? I always think of what was her name? Alexis Ren? Or something Ren?
Something Ren.
And then that guy. That was like the first couple that was like that. I feel like, I don't know, because I heard a lot about him.
Is this like TikTok?
No, dude, way before that. Like an Instagram couple that.
I know.
And now they're both like models. Like they were both models and like shit like that. And
isn't that weird how.
Well, like all these.
They were the first ones to be like, we're gonna like. It was like that wave of like bringing a relationship into that social media world.
Yeah,
public. Because that had to happen somewhere, you know? People weren't really, I don't know.
Like these platforms become monsters.
Yeah, they actually do.
That's why most of the people that, like, almost all these, like, in the social development talked about this.
Yeah.
Most of the execs that started in, like, these Reddits, TikTok, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Obviously Facebook's a little different, but, like, most of those people got out because they saw what it was doing to people, and then they replaced these people that wanted to produce positive connections with these people that were analyzing the human mind to make things more addictive. Like, there's people that are
their job is to make you stay on your phone. They get paid to make you stay on your phone.
And I feel like the only way to actually get that 100% off is to delete it all
Yeah.
Because now all the apps are tied together too. Because I remember like I wanted to like promoting this stuff. I could do like I'll do some little things on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'll do Instagram. Would you like to post this on your Instagram? Would you like to post it on your Snapchat? You're 80% more likely. You're gonna have 80% more engagements. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as for my head, I'm like, okay, well, and I've gotten so many more like small business ads. More like I get T-shirt, like customization, hat customization ads all the time. I'm like, this is like creepy.
Because they get your data when you're looking up like the hats, the hoodies, and whatever. So they push it towards you. It's just nuts, man.
So I honestly like the flip phone idea, but now at the same time I'm stuck where it's like I almost want to have like a dry just iPhone where it's I have my mail. So having my email has saved my ass, especially with work and stuff. It's very nice to have. Most Apple apps are pretty productive. I don't think there's any that are really like, oh, I can't get away from this. And you turn it off and you just don't hear about it anymore. It's not like I literally just had.
It's just a strict like benefit.
Yeah.
It's nothing else. It's you use it. It doesn't use you at all.
Yeah. What's some other things like? And like I get bored. Like, another thing is I get bored and I'd be like, all right, well. I can sit there, like, I remember being, because now I have most of those apps back, I really just need to get rid of them again, but it's like, I can catch myself wasting 30 minutes on an Instagram, like, little spree.
Yeah.
You ever just get, like, really deep into people's followers and, like, pictures, tags, and then you, like, swipe all the way back and you're like, holy shit, like, what did I
Where did I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I took that and I was like, okay, well, I'm bored. Like, all right, I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna go like fix a meal. It's like cooking a 30-minute dinner and going through Instagram for 30 minutes. Yeah. You never would cook dinner because it would take too long, but you can go through Instagram right away or start at Netflix.
It was instant dopamine.
And you feel it. Like I'll get like a Snapchat from like say like someone I'm talking to. I get that Snapchat. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. Like, cool.
And then you gotta wait like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's a whole different game.
Which is like,
I don't ever play that. I'm always.
I've heard. But like,
it works. Sadly, it works. If you guys girls, you can dispute this all you want. If you leave a girl or a guy on red, like the chance of it, like them being like, "Well, I'm not on red," they talk to me or they're busy, and then it becomes like that other thought, and that's something you would have never thought of. If someone didn't text you back, they were busy, or they didn't have anything to say. You knew it.
Yeah, you knew it.
Yeah. Now it's like, all right,
the head games. Now it's like
you could like see it's like, oh, they put a story up, but they didn't open my Snapchat or something. It's like, oh, like they don't want to talk to me. Or,
is that like, would that be us looking too deep? Even though like a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
It is hard to be like. I guess you really got to take a step back because there's definitely times where you get Snapchats and you don't know.
Yeah.
What you're like. We've just been sending face pictures for like 5. Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Like, yeah, exactly. And then so it's like you don't respond, put something on your story, and then the girl might be like,
dude, there's been times I put stuff on my story to see if certain people will see it. I like go look.
Yeah.
It sounds call me crazy.
No, I've done just like
I've done it all.
It could, yeah, it's not good. I've done it. Jeez. Some like you just become. It gives you the ability to just be such a creep, and like.
And you kind of think about it, but then like you just want it. Like you literally feel your mind. You feel like controlled. It's like I want to know. I have the capability. I want because that's how our minds work.
We just want to know.
If we wanted to know the number, we wanted to know if people were seeing it. They wouldn't give us the names.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't put people that we talk to like on the front of the stories.
Yeah.
There's some people. Like you can look at your followers and least interacted with, and say, how do you? Like, my most interactive with sometimes the people I couldn't tell you what they're doing right now. That was pretty topic. But transition a little bit. So I want to do the UNCW school profile, and I like to have different people's takes. So gather someone that just transferred down here.
Yeah.
Played junior hockey a few years, like a little not late to college, but like usually freshmen are 18. We played juniors, and then went to college later.
Yeah.
So what are you now like curriculum-wise, like freshman, sophomore?
I believe it's like a second semester sophomore as far as like credits.
Yeah.
But I only need like a couple more. Just this coming summer, if I took like a few summer classes, then I would be back on track to be a junior next year.
And that's what you would have been regardless. What are your friends that you graduated high school with? Are they graduated? Are they senior?
They are. Well, I was like old for my high school class too. I got held back in kindergarten actually. And yeah, I don't know why. I think my mom said that someone told her to do it because my birthday was like.
Wait, I don't know. When's your birthday? Mine's August 27th. Mine's October 15th. So it's like I guess I started school late. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's like my parents did the same thing.
It just allows you to be like older for your grade.
And why would you not want to be?
Yeah.
It's like, right, I'd rather be a 18-year-old senior or 18-year-old freshman in college than someone who's 17 who can't like. Even 18 used to be a bigger age than it is. Even like think about like 16, like you wouldn't get your license to your junior year, or like there's nothing really good from being younger in school.
Yeah.
Oh, you graduated early. Like okay, cool. Like, obviously, you're going to do something great.
Yeah.
But oh gosh.
So what would I be? I was right now. I'm
Yeah, I used to be a senior now. When did you graduate high school? What year?
2016.
Okay, so then yeah, you would have. No, you would have graduated. So I was 2016 too.
Yeah.
So you would have graduated last year. So that makes sense because juniors get you to 20, right?
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, anyway, so how's like the transition been going on here? Like, didn't really, you playing club hockey, didn't do like the whole Greek life thing, which a lot of people down here do, just because like there's not much of a city really. It's like kind of run by the fraternities and sororities stuff when it comes to like getting to know people in those mixers, which. Dude, they're like, they work, but man, they're so hard to watch sometimes. Just like throwing all these people in a room.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fraternity, sorority. It's just like
it's like a sports team, and you don't like. I just don't understand how they work because like you get people's true colors very very fast.
Yeah.
And if someone's like a slacker or someone's like not motivated, it'll show.
Yeah.
But in like people can hide behind these fake things in like these Greek life systems where it's. Oh, like that kid's just always a drunk, or there's people that are like. I feel like
it's a lot more open to. What am I looking to say? Like you can fake it. Infinitely. Yeah. As long as you choose to. I mean, depending on the person, like you might like.
Yeah. I get you saying. You don't have to be legitimate all the time.
Yeah.
You're not forced to be. Because there's people you can tell sports teams indirectly by things they do on the field or on the ice or whatever.
Like you actually know them. Like you go through all the shit with them, and like you see them in a setting that is, it's a genuine setting every day. Practice, games, whatever, all the in between. Like you actually know, and I'm sure there's a lot of like amazing relationships similar to that in sororities and fraternities. I think we're talking about that like gray area where they might get like a bad rep of things of that nature.
That's true. So other than that, so what do you kind of do around here? Like, what's your obviously Zoom? So you came into Zoom U, like you haven't had.
Yeah. So I paid like full tuition to. I don't like all my classes are online, and I don't know, dude. I don't know campus at all. I like drive through it sometimes, and that's like the only time I see it. It is so weird, and I feel like you might feel the same way. You ever like really think about how weird it is today, just in the world? Like it's just
stuff you're used to. Dude, that's why I think I was like depressed or something, because I'm a social person, and not being able to have those outlets, even if it was just little stuff, I didn't realize that. And I almost felt like lonely, but at the same time, like well, I felt lonely because obviously, like I'd be on social media, seeing people do stuff, seeing the world open in other places, and I'm like stuck at home, can't work, couldn't play hockey, couldn't play lacrosse, couldn't like train, couldn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. And I was in a new place too, which was nice to meet those people and everything, but like we forget about it. We forget that the world's not how it is, and I feel like it's starting to get to a lot of people. Like think about it. Like most people thought it was just something that was themselves. At first, I thought I just had something up with me. That why I was doing how I was, and now like hearing some other people talk about it.
Yeah, dude. And that's such a like a human thing too, where you feel like
we're social beings.
Yeah, well, like you're like, man, like it's just me. It's just me, man.
Just having an off day.
Just like hundreds of millions, like And so many people feel the same.
I feel like if COVID happened in like the 1990s, maybe like earlier, it wouldn't be anything like it is now with media, with like regardless of what side you are on it, like people would have heard about it
on the news, on the TV. Hey, go look on the TV.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, we're gonna get too deep into that, but just. There's no expectation. It's like, oh, the world shut down? Okay, the world shut down. You're not seeing all these other things go on. It's like, okay, well...
Just be in your house for 2
The
weeks.
constant comparison is just sickening.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going back to that first topic. But
I'm so guilty of the online world comparison game.
Dude, trust me. I thought I was using it to my benefit for the longest time, like getting to know all these people. Like, people thought like some of the stuff I did was funny. And then I was like, I wasn't doing what I like to do anymore. I was doing what everyone else liked that I did.
Yeah, dude, that's where it's like, fuck.
And the cool thing is, like, I've like obviously like lost some followers or whatever, just posting all the college uncle shit on my page and stuff. But I've had so many other people reach out that so credit social media on this, that they wouldn't have heard what I was talking about. And I feel like I finally was using the platform positively, where people that I would never think would be able to relate or even think what I was doing was cool. They'd be like, hey man, like you like what you said in that one little clip, like that hit home with me, and like I actually like it gave me some.
Oh man, I got chills. Just like that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. You could have like, I would rather like, fucking 30 followers that I love it, man. Yeah. Love it, like, and like. You love them too, because you're this, like, you have this, like,
you live or die by each other.
Then have, like, fucking 5, like, it's just a number, 5,000 people following you, but, like...
Do you think those guys, so you think those guys that are, like, super famous, what they have to do now to stay famous, do you think it's worth it? Do you think they like what they have to do?
Like, that, because once you...
Because they're getting older, and the audience is always going to change.
Yeah.
I think those guys have been around for, like, a while.
Yeah.
You know, like a good example of this that I feel like he's actually kind of stayed true to him being like actually kind of like
Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as he gets shit on for stuff, and same actually like so some of the people I watch a lot are like Cody Ko, like Trevor Wallace, because they were like the Vine guys.
Yeah,
like
OG.
Yeah, but that was basically those are funny guys. They're like. I just think it was organic, and now the next generation of kids is like, hey, like, I don't know why I always think about those TikTok guys. Maybe that's their job. Maybe they're just getting in my head. They got beachfront real estate in my head. But like, dude, if you think when they were growing up, they're like, hey, like I want to be like shaking my hips on a camera, doing this thirst trap shit.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, it's cool they're living in a house doing their shit. But the next thing is like, oh, like what content can I get these people to like? And I just can't wrap my head around them. That being what they want to do. And it goes back to society.
I don't think it is. I think they just know. They know if they do it. It's just like...
You've seen so many celebrity stuff that have their purpose and they have such a good intention, and then it just gets to them.
Yeah.
And then it's like it becomes too much.
I would not... I don't want to be... have any sort of like legitimate fame in today's world. No. At all. At all.
At times I think I do, but it's just almost like...
I mean, absolutely at times you're like, fuck, I wish like, I was famous. But then you're like, just like, fuck it. I don't want to be at all.
I just want to take a day off, I want to be the ghost.
Like, I want to be a ghost,
Well, then it becomes like, it just takes over your whole life, I feel like. Even with relations. Like, I used to think of paparazzi when people would go out with each other. Like, imagine not being able to have more than like one person you hang out with, or like, so you're getting dinner with a friend, and then paparazzi got you. She was like, "Oh, are they dating now?" Da 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 da. Like,
I don't know. On Snapchat, I just saw a. You know how they remember going back to Snapchat, how it was just snapped 10 seconds long. That was it. Now they have like the Cosmopolitan, the Seeker, you even see like Logan Paul on there and stuff.
And I click on it.
Yeah, dude, I click on them too.
And there's like the subscriptions where they do these random kids. And I'm just like,
yeah. But I saw, it was one about like, I don't know, it was about the TikTok world, and talking about how like these 2 big TikTokers were like, it was like guy and a girl. And they were like spotted eating somewhere in LA, and it was like, oh, rumor mill about like just the two people on TikTok who do like, I'm not like, it sounds like I'm chirping them, like all they do are like dances. Like it's just, in reality, it's like a really attractive girl and probably a really attractive guy just like doing the TikTok, like doing what you do on it that makes people famous.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're spotted like just getting food and it becomes like a spectacle. It's like, it drives me nuts how like, I don't know, like why we care.
I just like why is this the world now? Like nothing's productive anymore. It's just like what keeps people entertained.
Yeah, literally what, like,
it's like,
I saw a thing, people, long distance runners, it was a meme on Instagram, it was like, whatever happened to just like a good like 5K on a Sunday, now we have to run cross country to fucking feel anything. Like it seems like every aspect, like every like subculture of life, like long distance runners, like swimmers, whatever you are, there's just like this consistent build of like you have to do that to even feel anything.
Yeah. I stopped track, so I used to do like the Strava thing where it tracks your runs and your miles times and stuff like that. And then I'm a very competitive person, so if I ever like didn't beat my time, I'd be like, fuck, like that was not a good run.
Yeah.
So I stopped tracking my times. So I felt good running. I could have ran a 6-minute mile or an 8-minute mile, or I could have fucking walked half of it. It's just like feel good afterward. Like that's why I started running, just to feel good and be healthy. And then it became. And I know Strava is an app where it's supposed to. It's very positive, like positively directed.
Yeah.
But even just the way like the mind works, I could feel like I could run a bad mile in the morning, and just be like, oh, I'm off.
Yeah.
Am I like not? It's like am I not in shape? But what was I doing different? Like, I felt good. But my number.
Yeah, your numbers. Yeah. That could be like very individually like balanced though. You know?
Yeah.
You can find that where like, man, I just gotta. I'm not gonna time it today. I'm just gonna run. Like I'm just gonna run today.
Yeah.
And then you run a couple times. You're like, alright, well, I want to see what my time's at. And then you go back to. It's good to be competitive like that, especially with yourself.
Yeah.
You want to push yourself. You want to like, you challenging yourself. Like if you make things hard on yourself, everything else becomes easier.
Like anything's good in moderation, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go back and like would you do it all again the same, like with juniors, going to college the way you did? Is that something you should change or stay the same? Or like, what seems like greener on the other side if you were to change anything?
What would seem greener on the other side?
Yeah.
For the sake of that, I would say kind of being at where I am now, and the greener on the other side take on it. I would probably have saved like all of my money from wherever I got it when I was young, and like fresh out of high school, got a van and just traveled out of it, like lived out of it, and had it built like that where like you could just chill. Yeah.
Where would you go? Like, what were some things if like you're not even where, but it's like what would you want to do?
What would I want to do first? I would probably just want to just go off on my own. I would want to go off on my own and just spend like time just like by myself. I've always loved that. And then I would probably I don't know, just do some type of content like creation, just whatever it is. Yeah, for myself and. I mean, I really don't know, but I would say
that's probably the beauty for sure. That's the beauty of it, because you just like something you're doing it because you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, you just not like, oh, I'll take this turn. I'll go this.
That's just what I love, man. That's why I want a flip phone. Is to just, I don't know the last time where I've had to just like sit with my mind or like just like kind of reevaluate things. Yeah. Just get rid of like. Even, I know it would be easy to delete everything on my iPhone and just, have the iPhone, but, like, I just, like, want to, like, it's just how I want to do it. I just want to do a flip phone and just fucking get my values and, like, my perspectives and kind of how I want to live, like, right. Like, get it, like, because I feel like it was... definitely wasn't always like solid at all with how the world is. You get lost, like especially if you're a curious, creative person. you see things. You're every direction. You know, you're never like
I feel you.
yeah. So I want to take it and build like these core like values and beliefs. Something that like I can.
Dude, most hyper successful people are like that. It's like fill in the blank to something they're obsessed about.
Oh yeah,
I didn't give anything else up to be that.
This is easily just one of those like new obsessions. Like fuck it, I need to try something new. I want a flip phone. I want to like not talk to anybody. Like
I'm the same way. I love those hard resets. Yeah, dude, that's kind of how I was with like tattoos at first. Where it was like I get tattoos not when I was like in a low place, but when I had a new outlook on how to be in a new place.
Yeah.
So anytime I look back, I like look down and I'm like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember like yes, it's like it's a meaning on there, and there's a certain thing I get.
Yeah. But you remember that time.
I remember the time. I remember where I was. I remember like what I looked like.
Just how life was.
If I could do like a morph of what I looked about my first tattoo to now, it would just be like you see all these tattoos, but then it's almost like when I'm older, I want to have different ones because it's like it's almost like my body's a passport. It's like oh, I went through this and I was here.
Yeah.
Next. Obviously, like don't want to be like looking at shit, but you know, but that's kind of how I handled that. And hearing you say that makes it kind of made me laugh just because I'm the exact same way.
Yeah.
There's so many different avenues you want to go on, but you almost have a clouded perspective because of all the extra shit that's become like mashed into your life. That
all that, and then the like the mental aspect of it. Because if you consider yourself a creative person, you're living in today's age, and you don't have the like the mental or like emotional like toolkit to distinguish all of these things that you're seeing. You can like I'm worse with it because it almost makes me not want to like make anything because I'm like man like fucking it's gotta be like that or just whatever or it gets like fucking views. You're like no it wasn't good because that many views. You know, but like. I still remember some shit, like, one thing I posted had, like, the least amount of views that, like, I never got, but, like, three people, like, messaged me about it and were like, no, like, and I was like, whoa, like, what?
Yeah, you know? And that's, like, the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's where I was, like...
If you look at it the right way, it can, like, make your circle so much better.
Yeah, that's why I need a hard reset. Because whenever I come back, like it's gonna be from a place of like genuineness and authenticity, regardless of.
You'll find your foundation. That's like that's my goal right now. So find my. Because I thought it was like unattainable for the longest time, where I was so caught up on all these things, and that's what honestly made me like think about the whole like sobriety, like the 75-day hard thing, just because I was like, I was the shy guy that became the guy that was in the limelight and was like getting the attention that I liked, and then it almost became that I was friends with all those people for the wrong reasons. And don't get me wrong, like there's a lot. I was friends with those people for good reasons at the same time.
Yeah, I know it's complicated when you're trying to explain it, but I know what you mean.
Some of the wrong reasons became too prominent and to where that was the only reason.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, okay. Looked in the mirror, I'm like, this isn't me. This isn't me at all. And I thank God I had this chance to like talk about it, because I would have never ever talked about it.
Yeah.
And that's the therapeutic part. Even those people that are kind of introverted that don't ever get a chance to talk, it was nice to have a platform to speak.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, about introverts. I don't even know what I am. I think you might feel the same way. You know you're an introvert, but you feel this need to like entertain and be in the spotlight, but like, and then you don't like it.
Yeah.
But then I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I'm like I have like phases almost. It's almost like I
have
phases. I'll have a phase where I'm like that, where it's like, hey, like I want to have my go-to people. You're the only people I want to see. Like just everything else, pause. I'll come back. I'll be back in a second. Like let's take a break.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when I do get in the spotlight a little bit, I'll be honest, I fucking love it.
Well, yeah, that's human nature.
It's
like,
it's
attention
nice.
Is human nature.
Especially when that spotlight feels like it's genuine and I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like a fraud.
Well, then that's like very healthy.
Yeah, that's I'm literally personifying this. Is where I have like, it's almost like these conversations you like have with like, it's like the few drink conversations.
Yeah.
Where you sit there and it's like you start, you're having some surface level, you're drinking on the side, and then towards the end, it's like you're not like drinking to get drunk, but you're just like your conversation's building, your thoughts are like just flowing, and then you turn your head, the campfire's out, and it's like 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
you know, like those type of.
Yeah.
So it's almost like that's why I like having these conversations and these talks, because this was supposed to be a 4-minute thing, remember?
Yeah,
it just takes a course. So
yeah.
And that's life. That's how everything goes. But,
we didn't even have a track though to go off course from.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. So we just got in a van and recorded it.
Yeah, out in the shed.
Out in the friggin' shed. Got the nice back. And come on, this is probably everyone has these nice state-of-the-art backdrops and shit. There's nothing better than this. You kidding me?
Oh, dude, this thing's great.
But dude, thanks for giving the time, sitting down, talking to me. We'll obviously follow off with this, get some good topics out of that.
I mean, this was great.
Dude, don't you feel good now?
Yeah, I feel good, dude. I just love like talking like this. Like,
everything sounds so clustered in your head, and then once you get it out, you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, dude.
Gotta talk about it, dude. Right? You gotta talk about your future plans, what you want to do.
Yeah.
What are some things that are your foundations to being like happy?
Yeah.
Outtake on some girls and some. At least I'm feel good that you feel the same about like the whole social media, phone.
Yeah.
Thing. Like.
Yeah.
Cause maybe I thought I was being a little extreme, but at the same time, like, I'd kill to have my friends that I needed to talk to. It's just I wish society accepted it a little bit more. Where it's like, hey, not that I don't like everybody, but there's a time for it, and I want that time to be based on when an app says it's time. Like I want to have my people around when I need them around.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
We just to close it out, maybe the take on 1 million+ snap score. The girl that I'm Snapchatting.
You want my take?
Yeah.
I say,
and like,
if that's the only flag, fucking set sail, son. Like, you're good. If that's the only thing, because there's so much worse shit out there. Like, it could be the crazy ex-boyfriend. It could be that, like, maybe she just got out of, like, a crazy relationship. That's usually the biggest one for me, is if they got out of something recently.
Yeah.
Whether it's, like, because you never know if, like, there's, like, the rebound piece. You never know if there's, like, something that'll pop up that's, like, familiar. It's, like, something that you don't do but reminds them of something.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, did I do? No, you didn't, but I can't explain. And then it's just this, like, explosion.
Yeah.
But it's something that we kind of always talked about in, like, the more relationship stuff that we do on here. It's, like, timing. Like,
timing.
Yeah. If it feels effortless, man, I feel like that's the best shit in the world, where it just happens.
See, right? This is where I think I'm getting in my own way.
Yeah.
Because I want to be on this, like, fucking self journey. Like, because I say I'm done with girls, but, like, I'm not. I'm done in the sense where, like, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, I'm not gonna go and talk to you.
Well, it's like your thing, though, is your self-realization thing is you going with a natural flow. What if, like, that's part of your natural flow?
Yeah. But, like, part of me, like, wants to, like, be like, yo, what's up with you? Like, you seem like actually, like, you give off this sense of, like, a wholesome person.
Yeah. Well, that's when you just communicate, like, hey, like, this is my thing. This is kind of where I see myself in the future. But I also am like, dude, just tell her, literally, like, put her in this seat.
And actually, like, say that.
Well, think about it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like, how don't they understand? But I never say anything.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the thing. So, but it's like, it's hard to, because it's like, at the same time, like, all right, I don't want this to end, but at the same time.
Yeah, no. I think being just blunt, upfront, honest with girls, even if it's not what they want to hear, is, like, extremely, like.
It's dignifying, in my opinion, too.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they like it, too, because at least they know. It's like, you know.
Yeah,
clear cut.
Yeah, and then it goes two ways. You're like, all right, she respects it, understands it, and maybe she's like, all right, I can't do that. You'd rather hear that than like 4 months, 3 months down the road, where you're like, she's like, well, why didn't you say this earlier? And you're just like, well, I didn't know how to say it. and then it's just like it's already been in your head. It's been in her head.
Yeah.
And when it's not communicated, I feel like you gotta be literally. I think this is exactly what we said on the other ones: like timing, communication, and trust.
Yeah.
Timing is the one you can't control. Communication you can. Trust is on the other person's hand. So it all goes down to really just communication. If you think about it.
Yeah. So, like, what should I do?
It's just like, I mean.
Do I like snap? Like, I feel like.
No, you guys
call her, hang out.
Would you do that? Would you do that anyway?
What?
Would you call? Is that something you would do? Is call her?
Oh, I don't know. I love calling people, but I feel like it's like a girl would be like, hello.
No, dude, call them and be like, hey, like, I would do that in more of a setting where it's like you guys go somewhere and do something. It's like, hey, like this, because it doesn't have to be a negative. Usually when I call somebody, it's like bad news, and I don't want to see them in person and to do it.
Yeah.
But I would call her and just be like, hey, like, let's go do this. If you're in for it, like, this is kind of what I do. And if it's something that's up your alley and something you'd actually like to do, it's like, I feel like that conversation would just flow in. Where it's like, why? I don't know what you would do in that situation. But.
Yeah. It's like, I tried to, I asked her to hang out again, and I think she gave me like she definitely wouldn't make up her excuse. So it was just like tough.
Yeah, and it's like you don't want to hit her back up again too soon.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like somebody could be generally busy, and then I'll just either hit him up again, and then I feel like if I go over 2, I'm like, oh no, okay. Like,
yeah, I feel like that comes off as needy.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, hey, like I'm like curious about you. Like what is with you? You know?
Dude, if a girl heard that, honestly, I might just cue this up and see if you get advice from this from a girl's perspective, because I'm giving the guy side, because I'm only, and obviously I haven't been too successful, but it makes sense in my head, so I go with it. But
yeah, basically I would want to know what to.
When you explain it well enough, I feel like if there's advice, it'll kind of just be given.
Yeah.
So I think you got it out. I might crop that last part and make it its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think I should hang out with her and?
Well, dude, just do what you gotta do. Like, timing's on your side right now, from what it sounds like.
Timing? Yeah.
You're in school, she's in school, it's the beginning of the semester.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, kind of be clear.
It's giving me like butterflies.
Be clear with your direction though. It's like, hey, like, I really don't know. My thing is, I'll tell people that I don't know.
Yeah, I asked, and that's the thing. I only asked one girl. And obviously everything varies to like individual. There are like
it's not a flow chart. You know, like, oh, she's all right, who's next?
So I asked this girl, I was like, hey, like, what do you think like about the situation? Kind of like more quickly. She was like on her way leaving, and I was asking her for the advice, and I said, so if I tell this girl, hey, look, like, I don't know what I want, but you like blah blah blah, you seem chill, like I was just wanna whatever, like.